Hello and welcome back to the Vibe-a-thon. We're talking about energy and how to protect yours. This is especially prevalent for you if you are an empath or an introvert or just shy in social situations. This is probably going to affect you too. This is something that shows up in all areas of life, both business and career, your professional life, but is in addition to work, it also shows up in your home life and personal situations. So these are critical conversations that we need to be having with ourselves so that we can ensure that we are taking care of us at our deeply intertwined levels that really involve, our own energy, our ability to keep our cup full, because if we are not full, if we don't have anything to give, we can't give, right? You can't give from an empty cup. So protecting your energy is really about making sure that you're keeping your cup full so that you're taking care of you, so that you can take care of the people around you to the best of your ability. So that includes people that you are serving at work, and this includes people that you are serving at home. So if you are watching the replay, we don't know each other. I'm Tonya Rineer, money mindset coach and founder of the Profit Party Facebook group, which is closing. We're closing the doors to this Facebook group in 6 hours, which also means that we're closing the doors to Vibe Tribe in 6 hours. So if you want to get in on the Vibe Tribe coaching experience at the founder's price, make sure you do that within the next 6 hours. TonyaRineer.com/join to check that out. And one of the things that we are going to be covering in great detail inside of that course is how to understand what's going on with your own emotions, your own energy, and how to protect your energy, how to make sure that your cup is always full so that you can show up and deliver results and take care of other people to the best of your ability. And that starts with self-awareness. So let's just talk about the difference between an empath. Let's define empath. So an empath is somebody that picks up on the energy of other people. You are an empath if you feel really deeply the emotions of others. So if you are one to watch a movie and you see somebody crying on that movie, and you start crying, you are taking on the emotions and the energy of that movie, what was created. If a friend is going through a hard time and you feel the pain, you feel the emotion as if you're going through it, you are an empath. If you feel emotion in inanimate objects, you are probably an empath. And what do I mean by that? You probably don't do it as much now, but when you were a little girl and, somebody was banging on the table, were you like, don't hurt the table? Or, when a tree got cut down, were you like, that tree has feelings? Everything, you imagine everything with feelings. The goldfish, it has feelings. It cares the way you treat it, right? So these are empathic qualities. This means that you care very, very deeply for the world around you, for things around you, for nature, for people. And you tend to, absorb the emotions. You can very easily put yourself in their situation and circumstance and understand at a very, very deep level what it is that person is going through, which makes you an excellent coach, mom, friend, wife or partner, teacher, caregiver, nurturer. And guys, that is who I attract. That is who I work with. Everybody that I work with is in some kind of service profession that they are dealing with other people. Real estate is another one for this, where you are you're getting personal, you're getting deep with people. And, you're building relationships. And in order to do that, you have to kind of be able to read between the lines and not just hear the words that they're saying, but feel what they're thinking and what they're feeling, right? So an empath can do that. An introvert, and you might very well be an empathetic introvert, right? An introvert simply means this is how you recharge your batteries. So we often think of introverts as being shy. Not always. Sometimes people are very social and outgoing, but they are still introverted, which means when your cup is full, when your batteries run out and you are done, you are done. You need to retreat and go be by yourself. Introverts. Hello, Marcella. Introverts do not need to recharge in a group. In fact, they prefer to be alone. So if you find that when you're exhausted, when you've had enough of people, you just want to be by yourself. You have no problem being in a room by yourself, reading a book by yourself, retreating to your bedroom and shutting the door. You have no problem going shopping alone or eating alone or traveling alone. It might be scary, but you kind of secretly enjoy it. And when everyone leaves your house and it's really quiet, you're like, quiet time. Where an extrovert, it is not like that. They want to be around people all the time. They don't want to shop alone. They want constant energy because they recharge, excuse me, they recharge by plugging into the energy of other people. Introverts recharge by unplugging from the energy of other people so that they can recalibrate and recenter and ground themselves in their own space and energy. So that is the difference. And because of the fact that introverts need to withdraw and get away from the energy of other people to recharge, and empaths tend to be very strongly affected by the energy of other people. So if they're vibing low and you're hanging out with them, chances are your vibe is going to be affected and your energy is going to be drained as well. So if you are an empath or an introvert, you have to be especially cognizant of, the choices that you're making and the people you're hanging around with and the way that you are choosing to interact and spend your time. So I'm not saying break up with the extroverts or, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying notice when it is that you need a change or when you need to refill or refuel. You tend to, as an empath, in a caregiver and a nurturer, and quite possibly an introvert, a lot of the women that I work with, do you guys see my unicorn poster on the back? Isn't that super cool? A lot of the women that I work with are, because they're givers, because they're nurturers, because they have so much going on, between raising a family and taking care of a house and also, working on their career and trying to have a social life on top of that, right? Maybe trying to eat healthy, maybe trying to cook good food, like all kinds of things are always going on. It doesn't stop. And because of that, they are always on. They are always available to the world. And now that we've added into this craziness, social media, and the fact that our phone has 4 million different red bubbles with little numbers in it going, look at me, you have a message here, come in here and do this and do that. So we are always on. We're always communicating and engaging with the world around us. And as a result, we lose track of ourselves. We stop recognizing the signals that our own body is sending us, and we stop paying attention to the red flags that our body is throwing up. So this might be, health flags. It might be exhaustion warning signs. It might be signs of early burnout and overwhelm or depression. They might be anxiety. They show up in different ways in our body emotionally. This energy depletion and this toxic energy that we carry within us, because we're picking up on the energies of everybody else. We're not protecting ourselves, and we're constantly giving and giving from an empty cup and not taking that time to replenish and tune in and say, you know what, just put a pin in this, pause. What do I need? For many different reasons. Many of us think and feel and believe that that would be selfish, that there ain't no time for that everybody else comes first, everyone else is more important. And although that sounds crazy to say that out loud, and you might not actually admit that out loud, the way that you're acting, your behaviors reflect that belief. So if you are not making time for yourself, you're not making yourself a priority, why? It's something that definitely needs to be addressed. You need to have that conversation with yourself and ask yourself, why am I not a priority in my life? Why am I not making myself important? Why am I not taking the time for me, 10 minutes a day, to take care of me and do something that makes me happy? Why am I not taking the time to tune in to my own thoughts and feelings? Because let me tell you something, tuning into your own energy and working on yourself, your mindset, your personal growth and development is probably the most important thing you will do in your whole life. And if you can't take 10 minutes a day to work on your mindset and to, tune in to how it is that you're feeling and take care of your own needs, nothing in your life is ever going to change. Nothing. You're going to keep getting what you're getting now. You're going to keep feeling what you're feeling now. If something feels like it's missing, you're overwhelmed, you're burnt out, you're frustrated, you are at wit's end, you don't know what to do, you have no idea which direction to turn, nothing feels like it's going your way, everything feels like it's constantly going wrong. When you're feeling good, it feels like the other shoe is going to drop any minute. Like if that has been your cycle, it's because you are taking on too much. You're taking on too much responsibility that doesn't belong to you, and you're not honoring your own energy. You're not taking care of you. You're not working on your mindset. You're not paying attention to the thoughts that you're feeling and the way that the thoughts that you're thinking and the way that you're feeling, and the actions that you're taking are for everybody else and not you. So I want to challenge you to think differently about that and ask yourself, answer the question, if nothing else, why am I not taking care of myself? Why am I not making myself a priority? And when you do, there's a couple things I can promise you. You, as a result of this, the benefit is, you're going to be able to protect yourself from energy vampires. The people in your life that show up and completely drain you, the ones that are always asking, that are needy, that you're always doing things for, the ones that as soon as you get around them, just nothing goes right. Your vibe just totally tanks. These are people that are close to you. By the way, they are always the people that are closest to you. They're family members, really close friends, really close colleagues, a client that you're just, you have to maintain for some reason. These are the ones that tend to drain your energy the most, and the ones you got to watch out for. And the reason they're doing that is because you have not yet set healthy boundaries. So go back and watch the boundary video from earlier today. We talked about that. And you are doing way too much self-sacrificing. So when you start to make yourself a priority, what's going to happen? You're going to have crazy clarity, first of all. You're going to be like, the answers, they're so clear. They're so easy. I know exactly what to do. I know what I need. I know what I need to do for me. I know exactly what action steps I need to take. You guys don't need to go, oh, my nose is so itchy today. You don't need to go seeking answers from somewhere else, from other people. They don't have your answers. Sorry, they don't. You do. You have all of your answers. Stop looking for everybody else to answer your questions and clean up your life for you. That is your job. It's your responsibility. All the answers that you need, all the solutions to your problems are already within you. You just need to learn how to look within and find them. I'd love to help you do that. And when you do, you are going to not only have crazy clarity, but a sense of calmness and peace and inner knowing. You just know you're on the right track. You're aligned. You feel good. Every day feels good. You have energy. Can I just tell you how amazing it feels to wake up and know that the day is going to be awesome and everything is going to fall into place and everything is going to be exactly aligned as it should? That has nothing to do with magic and miracles and everything to do with the way that you're living your life, the way that you're choosing to think and feel and act every day. It's a choice. You decide. So you can keep doing what you're doing, you can get what you're getting, or you can change and make yourself a priority and, feel the way that it feels to be completely in alignment with yourself and your truth and love yourself unconditionally and not really care anymore about what everybody else thinks. It's the power of not giving a shit, right? Like, I don't care if you approve of my decisions or not because this feels good to me. And I hope that you approve. I hope you like this. I hope you're on board with this. But if not, I'm okay with that too, right? And it's letting go of the need for external validation and approval, and instead finding that from within yourself. And when you do that, your energy levels go up. You feel protected. You feel safe. You don't feel the need to over-deliver and give to everybody else in order to continue to get their love and their attention and their affection and their approval or their business or whatever. You don't feel like you have to self-sacrifice in order to maintain what you have with another person. And that is a beautiful thing. So I'm going to give you some tips, okay? So hello, Sharissa, Marcella, Sharissa. So some tips to protect your energy, things that I would highly, highly, highly encourage you incorporate into your daily practice and routine. Number one, meditation. I'll say it again. I've said it before. Meditate. Ladies, even if you do this for 2 minutes while you're sitting on the potty, give yourself 2 freaking minutes. You deserve it. Sit in silence. Just sit and breathe. Deep breaths in and out, and just become aware of what is happening. Just say, how do I feel right now? And find a name for the emotion. What am I thinking right now? And how are these thoughts serving me? Are they or are they not? Do I need a break? Do I need to sit for a few more minutes? Do I need to give myself something that I'm not giving myself right now? And that meditation doesn't have to be anything magical. You don't have to worry about doing it right or wrong. Just honor yourself and give yourself that time to tune in and pay attention to what it is that you need. Where are your energy levels? Are they here? Do you feel like you're ready to take on the world, or are they down here and you're running on empty? And what do you need to get back to neutral? Okay, number 1, meditation. Number 2, journal or do EFT. These are also things that we do inside Vibe Tribe because I feel like they are so important. Journaling might not be your jam. There's other ways that we can get the same result. EFT is one of them. And it's simply a matter of, again, having a conversation with yourself and figuring out, what am I thinking and feeling? What are these emotions? Name them. Because when you start to name them, you take back the control. And if they're not something that serve you, if you don't like the way that you're feeling, you can intentionally choose a different feeling and a different thought that generates that feeling. It's beautiful. You are in control. We often are reacting to the world around us. We're letting other people drain our energy. You notice I said we're letting? Because you are. We allow it. So we either make the rules or they do. Somebody's making them. It might as well be you, right? So learn how to protect your energy and do what you need to do for you. And then just practice observing. Just as many times a day as you can. Just take a step out of yourself for a minute and look at yourself and go, how you doing, girl? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling all right? How do you feel? What you thinking? Is this working right now? What you're doing? Is it working? If not, oh, no, it's not working. Okay, let's change that. Let's figure out what is misaligned. Is it what you're thinking, what you're feeling? Is it what you're doing? Okay, and then we can go back to the mindset map and create a whole new map to get you where you want to go. It's simple, you guys. It is so simple. But it's not easy. It's simple, but not easy. And the one thing, if you haven't come to the realization yet, I want you to just own it now. I deserve it. I'm worth it. I am enough. I am a priority. I am worth making myself a priority. And that is what I want you to take away from this video. And, just be intentional about it. Your energy is all about intention. So if you have the intention of doing for somebody and giving it all away to try to, please them in some way, you're going to give it away. But if you have the intention of protecting yourself and just saying, this is my little bubble of energy. This is mine. You can't come in here. This is my dance space. That's your dance space. Let's cha-cha. You stay here. There's lots of meditations that we do, lots of ways that we become aware of this, but I just shared the basics with you. I gave you some tips. So, I hope that was helpful. And once again, what time is it here? Let's see. 3:30, 4:30, so 5 hours, 5.5 hours. We have still 5.5 hours to get into the Vibe Tribe at Founders Pricing before the cart closes and the Facebook group closes. So if you are interested in that, it is a killer deal. You'll never see this again. So make sure you check it out, TonyaRineer.com/join. And I hope to see you there. Love you to pieces, ladies. And I will see you on the next video, which is, what are we talking about? Oh, emotions. Oh God, all the feels are coming next. So we're talking emotions 101 on the next video. So I will see you there.